Now we're going to install the SDK for Java, which is the software development kit used to run Java on our computer, and we're going to install our IDE, which is our integrated development environment. Our IDE is just a program that allows us to run Java code very easily. There are many IDEs or development environments for many languages. What we are going to be using is, in my opinion, the best way to program in Java, and that is IntelliJ. Now, to simply download IntelliJ, you can Google JetBrains IntelliJ. JetBrains is the name of the company that makes it, and you can download it. Now, there are two versions of the IntelliJ Java project, and there is the paid version and the non-paid version. The regular version, the community version, will do more than you will ever probably need it to do for AP Computer Science and even your own programming if you choose to go beyond that. Now, while you let that download, I've already downloaded it, but make sure to click the download button. We also need to download Java on our computer. Explicitly, we need to download the Java SDK. And you can do this by going to the first link when you Google Java SDK. Right now, we are currently at version 8 of the Java SDK. So when you go down, you need to look for what operating system you have, which is typically Mac OS X or Windows. You can never go wrong with Windows x86, which will work on a 32-bit or 64-bit. But if you know what kind of bit system you have and you know it's a 64-bit, don't be afraid to pick Windows 64-bit. But if you have a Mac, make sure to click Mac OS X. Now, after you've downloaded the SDK, you will be brought through the installation process and Java will get installed on your computer. Very simple. Then you'll want to launch the IntelliJ IDE. And the way you can do that is by simply starting the program, letting it run, and then after you run through the introduction screens, you then will see you have the option to create a new project. Now we're going to create a new project and simply make sure that it works. So the big thing you want to do here is we want to now connect our IDE, our development environment, with the SDK needed to run Java. As you can see here, I already have it linked. So you want to find out where the SDK is located in your file directory. And you can do this by simply going to New and then doing JDK and then finding it within your folder directory. Mine is in the root, which is /library, and it's within the library folder. And then you simply look under Java Virtual Machines, and it's right there. That's where it's installed by default, and that's where you will find it on a Mac. Okay? So I'm not going to click any of this other stuff, Android project. We're not going to be doing that in this video series or Gradle or anything. I'm just going to click Next. Then I'm not going to do anything here. I'm just going to create a project without a template. And now I'm going to name the project. And we're just going to call this Hello World. And then we're going to click Finish. And we're going to be brought to our project menu. We're going to have a Did You Know panel. It's very nice to pay attention to these because they can help you code faster. We're not going to simply use any of that. We're going to exit out of that. And now, as you can see here, I have my menu and we have our main window, which is for coding. Now what we're going to do here is we can see the basic project structure has been made for us in the left column. We have a source folder, src, which is where we put our .java files. It's where we write the files that we're actually going to write our code in. It's where we will be doing all of our work. The way we can create a new Java file is we can simply right-click the source file, go to New, and click Java class. All code you write in Java will be under a Java class file. Now, to run any Java code, it's going to need a class. We can simply call the name of this file anything we want. We're going to call it hello. Now we'll get more into classes, which has to do with object-oriented programming later, but just know that every Java file must have a class in it, and that class must be associated with the file name. So I call this hello.java, so I have public class hello. Public and class are special keywords used in Java. Now, every single Java program has one thing in common. It has a main function. A main function is what the Java program looks for when it wants to run its code. You can use this main function or call it by simply typing public static void main and then capital string args and then put in brackets, square brackets, and then a closing parentheses, then a curly bracket as I like to call it. Then, sorry, I know this is very complicated if you've never coded before, but trust me, you'll get used to writing this and all will be explained shortly. System.out.println and then within double quotes, hello, comma, world. Now, remember to put a semicolon after this line right here, exactly like I'm showing right here. Then go to the top of your rule set and we're going to click run. Then when we click run for the first time, it's going to ask, do you want to run it in the configurations or do you want to run it as hello? And when you run it as hello, the project will be built for you. And then at the bottom, our terminal will come up and it will show the results of running our program. In this case, hello world was printed out. So what we said it was going to print out, hello world, was printed out. This shows us that our IDE is working and that we downloaded the SDK correctly. And so now we can create more complex programs and learn about the code we just wrote. That's it for downloading the SDK and installing our IDE.